Hi guys, how you doing? So today is the 5th of July, 2022, and once again here I'm in downtown Sydney. We're gonna be having a very wet week by the looks of it. Yeah, it's pretty cold out there. It's raining, so yeah, we're having a classic winter's day here in Sydney. But anyway, I wanted to come on board here on my channel and do another video to edify the church. Now, I just wanted to say that Jesus is coming very soon and that the rapture of the church is going to happen very soon because as far as I'm concerned, we only got about, if you take into account the month of July, we got about, say, roughly 7 months all up between now and the 25th of January 2023. Now, by no means I'm setting a date, so I just want to make this very loud and clear. I'm not setting a date for the rapture of the church, but it is proven wrong that we really weren't able to use the 14th of May this year for the rapture of the church. So we might have to move it forward to the 25th of January 2023 because although Israel was born as a nation on the 14th of May 1948, they had the first ever elections on the 25th of January 1949. So we might have to move the date forward in order to accommodate the impending Bible prophecies that Israel has to fulfill before the rapture of the church. Now, you know what they are, already done videos. We got Isaiah 17.1, just to recap quickly, Jeremiah 49, the Ezekiel war in Ezekiel 38:39, and then also the starting of the covenant as per Daniel 9:27. So that's my view on it, but I mainly wanted to do this video because on my channel I have a lot of videos, me riding my electric scooter and my Honda Zero Wing and things like that, and it's attracting a worldwide audience according to my YouTube analytics, if you like. There's people from Asia, from the Middle East, from all over the world really, you know, and that means that there are many non-Christians or people from other religions watching my videos, you know. And so we know that as Christians, only Christians go out at the rapture of the church. So I just wanted to pass this message to non-Christians that, you know, obviously you have your own freedom to choose whatever religion you want to pick, but, you know, the rapture of the church is going to prove to the world finally that Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life, according to John 14:6. You know, it's not I that it's going to prove that Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. It's Jesus himself at the rapture of the church. So I would suggest to non-Christians to, you know, perhaps start reading the Bible, perhaps start reading a little bit more about Jesus, and get started now, because during the tribulation period, you know, it's going to be really tough to save your own life, you know, especially, you know, with all the punishment that God is going to dish out during his 7-year plan of wrath. You know, we know that he's going to dish out the 7 trumpets, the 7 vials, the 7 bowls, and the 3 woes. So, you know, and even if you do survive the tribulation period or the 7-year tribulation period, if you go on to live during the millennial kingdom, then it's also going to be pretty tough to live through 1,000 years during Jesus' reign with us, the saints that are, you know, that we have the Holy Spirit with us. You see, when Jesus comes back for the millennial kingdom with us, the saints, Christians, if you like, they come out of heaven to rule with Jesus for the 1,000-year millennial kingdom with Jesus, if you like. If you don't have the Holy Spirit in you, okay, now all these people that are going to make it through the tribulation period and go on to live during the millennial kingdom, you're not going to have the Holy Spirit in you. You're not going to have a glorified body. And so Jesus is going to rule with a rod of iron, like it says in the Bible. And it's going to be pretty tough if you haven't got the Holy Spirit in you and a glorified body, you know, trying to live through 1,000 years of Jesus' rule. Jesus will be ruling, like I said, with a rod of iron. And it's going to be tough because you're going to be sinning because, you know, you have a corrupted body. And that's just the way it is, you know. with that are saved and still rapture ready, we are going to be getting glorified bodies, and we will never sing again once we go into the kingdom of heaven with Jesus at the rapture of the church. When we go up the rapture, we're going to get a glorified bodies. When we enter the kingdom of heaven with Jesus, we will be completely sinless for all eternity. And when we come back with Jesus for the millennial kingdom, we will never sin again. We got glorified bodies, we got the Holy Spirit with us. But for you guys to make it for for the tribulation period and go on living into the millennial kingdom, it's gonna be tough. You're gonna have a corrupted body that's always gonna be sinning for those 1,000 years. And then when Jesus lets loose the devil at the end of the millennial kingdom to deceive the nations of the world, then it's very likely that you're going to be deceived by the devil, Satan, and then in the last Gog and Magog war prophesied at the end of the millennial kingdom, you are very likely to come up against Jesus and myself, or the saints, if you like, in the camp of Jerusalem, to attack us because you have been deceived by the devil, and God is going to bring fire from heaven to wipe all you guys out. So even if you survive the tribulation period, it's not going to be easy for you to live during the millennial kingdom either. It's going to be tough, very, very tough, because without a glorified body and without the Holy Spirit in you, like I said, Jesus is going to be ruling with a rod of iron, and we're going to, and myself and other saints are going to be ruling over you, the ones that made it through to the millennial kingdom. So we're going to have glorified bodies. We're going to be completely sinless. We're going to be like angels from heaven, So it's going to be very tough for you guys. That's why if you're a non-Christian, you better start thinking about believing in Jesus now before it's too late. Like I said, it's not right that I'm going to prove it to you. After rapture, very soon, I give it about, at the most, because if you take into consideration the month of July, we just started. Today is the 5th of July, 2022. Between now and the 25th of January 2023, we only got 7 months, So that's only a very short little time. Now, I'm not saying I die for the rapture, but, that's only a puff of smoke, in terms of time frame. So, we got a situation in Israel now where they have just dissolved the Knesset, and now they got a caretaker prime minister in Yair Lapid. And Israel now is in a vacuum, and we could have the rapture of the church during September, during Yom Teruah, or the Feast of Trumpets, which this year will fall in September 25th to 27. So it's a possibility that Israel could wrap up all these Bible prophecies, and that we could have the rapture of the church in this Shemitah year, in late September during Yom Teruah, like I just said. So we haven't got long, folks, So this video is probably more for non-Christians. Get saved now, believe in the gospel of salvation, which you will find in the first book of Corinthians, chapter 15, verses 1 to 4. This is what you got to believe if you want to go to heaven. Basically, you got to believe that Jesus died on the cross, and that he was buried and rose again on the third day according to the scriptures. Now you got to believe this by faith. It's by faith alone that you're saved. And then once you believe this by faith in your heart, then God is going to send you the Holy Spirit. You will be sealed, rapture ready, and heaven bound when the rapture of the church happens, which will be very, very soon. So I just wanted to do this video to edify the church, and also non-Christians as well. Like I said, if you are a non-Christian and perhaps you are from other religions from across the globe, you might want to start to consider Jesus. Like I said, I'm not going to prove it to you. Jesus is at the rapture. What's going to happen is that all the Christians who are now living on earth, they're going to suddenly vanish, like disappear, and Jesus is going to meet us up in the air, and then he's going to take us into heaven. Like millions of Christians are going to disappear worldwide, and that's why I'm saying that it's not right. That's going to prove it. Jesus is, So time is very short, and like I said, if you are to stay here during the tribulation period, then God is going to dish out 21 sets of punishments. The 7 trumpets, the 7 vials, and the 7 bowls, plus 3 wars, which are 3 more punishments. So make that 24 set of punishments. and it's going to be really tough to survive that. And also, the Antichrist is going to bend the mark of the beast. If you take that little chip on your right hand or in your forehead, then you're going straight to hell, because that's worshiping the devil. And even if you do survive the 7-year tribulation period and you go on living into the millennial kingdom, because you have a corrupted body, you don't have the Holy Spirit in you, and you don't have a glorified body. When we come back with Jesus at the end of the 7-year period, at the end of the tribulation, and then to rule for the millennial kingdom for 1,000 years with Jesus, Jesus is going to rule with a rod of iron. Like, Jesus is going to be a very disciplinarian. It's not going to affect us that we are Christians, because we have the Holy Spirit. We will be like angels in heaven. We're not going to be able to sin. And we're going to have glorified bodies. So for us, it's easy. And we're going to be ruling over you, over those that are minded into the millennial kingdom with a corrupted body and without having the Holy Spirit and things like that. So for you guys, even if you survive into the millennial, it's going to be really tough, really, really tough. So I suggest that you get saved now before it's too late. So, and like I said, it's not me that's going to prove it by saying this to you. It's Jesus is going to prove it to you at the rapture of the church very, very soon. So, I suggest that if you want to get saved and start learning more about Jesus, watch Robert Breaker on YouTube. He's got some fantastic videos for you to get edified on. So Robert Breaker, okay, watch Robert Breaker on YouTube. He's got some amazing videos, and you'll pick it all up really quickly. But I also just suggest that you buy a King James Bible for you to learn about the Bible and get yourself edified. And do it now, because you need to develop a relationship with Jesus now, before the rapture of the church, before it's too late. So this is kind of like a warning video to all my viewers out there around the world who watch me riding my motorbike and my electric scooter, and perhaps you are a non-Christian and from another religion. So, I just wanted to give you that warning. So, and like I said, Israel is about to fulfill all its prophecies now. So, Israel now has a caretaker prime minister, like I just said, Yair Lapid. So they're in a vacuum. So, now there isn't really any major party that's ruling over Israel. It's only Yair Lapid as a caretaker. So, Israel's army is going to be dealing with all the confrontation. They're going to be dealing basically with all the prophecies that are pending, that are practically all for Israel. Between now and the rapture of the church, it's all about Israel. Like I've been saying on my previous video, it's about Israel delivering on Isaiah 17.1, which is brewing. It's all about Israel delivering on Jeremiah 49, the Elam Bible prophecy. It's all about Israel delivering on Ezekiel 38:39. And then once that war happens, God is going to glorify himself. Then the Antichrist is going to show up to sign the peace covenant with Israel as per Daniel 9:27, and bang, rapture of the church. So, we only got a very short period of time. It's only but a puff of smoke, like it says in the Bible. So, it's only a short time. So, you guys need to start believing in Jesus now. I'm just warning you now, so that, when you're in the trip, you're going to remember me here saying this to you, and you go, oh, yeah, I remember that guy from, that scooter rider from Sydney, Australia, warning us about this. Yeah, I'm warning you right now that the rapture of the church is only but a short time away now. So believe in Jesus. He is the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father or God the Father except by you believing in Jesus. So, and that's in John 14:6. So, I just wanted to do this video to edify the church and also to edify non-Christians. So, I'm telling you the truth here. I'm telling you the truth. And if you don't believe me, it's not I that's going to prove it to you. Very soon at the rapture of the church, Jesus will, when a lot of Christians worldwide disappear and they have come into heaven with Jesus. So, I just wanted to do this video for you guys. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.